It's a little bit of an unusual day today. I have went to work with Donald instead of staying at home on my day off on Monday. He said just come with me today, so I'm in the truck with him and just going through a work day with him today. Making a video.
I'm gonna back up to this dock right here.
Okay. What did you get?
I've got peanut butter, pistachio, ice cream. Really good.
Butter pecan. You'd be surprised.
Honey, you never leave your side.
People on the internet.
Quit raining long enough for us to eat ice cream.
Yeah.
Good to go now.
You can't go. I gotta stick my head through the strawberry. You gotta stick your head through the peach.
We'll see, okay? There you go.
Good morning, Cookie. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, today is the last day of July for this year. So we can kiss July goodbye today, and tomorrow will be a new month. It'll be the 1st of August. Well, I'm in here making a cup of tea. I just got up this morning. Well, I've been up for a while. I fed the animals and ready for my daily cup of tea, and I'm just going to have some English breakfast tea that my friend gave me. My friend Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Let me introduce myself. I'm Donna. If you're new here and if you've been around, if you're a member of this channel and you're subscribed, and then welcome back. You know who I am, so I don't have to exaggerate on that any. I am a tea drinker. I drink tea almost every day, several times a day, and today it's going to be the English tea, the English breakfast tea that my friend gave me. I've got my teapot heating up here, and I'm going to use some of the raw and natural eucalyptus honey. I'm going to use a little bit of that in my tea this morning. It's been just a little bit. I didn't do my regular videos because I've been out gallivanting around the neighborhood and other places. I have been trying to get some things in order for fall. You know, fall will be here before we know it. I got to go, Sunday is Donald and my date day. I wanted to film that, but things got so hectic, trying to go out and eat and just get out, that I didn't get to film. But Monday I don't have kids, and that's the day that I don't have kids most of the time. Sometimes I have a few, and that's okay. But I didn't have any kids Monday, so I went to work with Donald. I really wanted to film that and get some shots of that. He had some traveling he had to do. He had to do some driving and take some material to the different job sites and things like that. But I did not get to film much of it because we ended up just talking and enjoying the day. I did get a few things Sunday and a few things Monday when we were out. We were down there closer to the beach, and so there were plenty of peaches, and so we got beach peaches. We got Carolina peaches. My favorite peaches are mountain peaches. I love mountain peaches, and I did get some mountain peaches this year, but these little peaches will do just fine. They're from down there closer to the beach, and they're good too. I don't know if anybody else can taste a difference in the mountain peaches and the beach peaches, but I certainly can taste a difference. But we did get some of those. We got a really big watermelon. I've got it cut over here. I got to put some aluminum foil on it and put it in the refrigerator. I had cut some up for the kids. and they really enjoyed it. That's a really sweet watermelon, locally grown and really good. So we got that. While the tea steeps, I'll take you in here and show you what I got Sunday. Now, you know, fall will be here before we know it. I usually start decorating for fall probably late September. It's still warm around here in September, so I don't always get decorated for fall. But we went to Big Lots. We just stopped by there. There was a traffic jam Sunday when we were out for our date day when we were coming back from eating. And so Donald said, let's just pull in here and look around. There's a Harbor Freight near that that area where we were at, right there near that Big Lots. There's a Harbor Freight, and he wanted to go in there and look in the Harbor Freight. And so I went in there and looked in the shopped in the Big Lots. I don't get to go to Big Lots a lot, but I got to go that day. And so these are the few things that I picked up that day. I got this really big candle. This is a good size candle, and it's got a cloche on it. It's a 2-wick candle, and it smells pretty good. And it was $14.99. I couldn't pass that up. I have saw these cloches that are more than $14.99, so I was glad to get that. And then I got this room spray. It's spiced apple. You know, it's a fall scent. You know, if you've been around here, that I make my own room sprays, but sometimes it's just a treat to pick up one and have it in the bathroom or something and just smell a different scent that it's hard for me to create out of my essential oils. This was $4.99, so it was, you know, $5, and it smells like apples. And so I got those two things to start decorating for fall, to start having fall things around the house. I don't usually buy a lot to decorate for fall, but I do like to add a few new things, you know, every once in a while. I don't really burn candles in the summer. I know I see a lot of channels and they're burning candles in the summer. I have the air on most of the time, so I think that it just kind of takes the scent of it away, and I don't want to see the heat when it's 98 degrees outside. I don't want to look at a candle burning. But as fall gets here and it starts getting cooler, I enjoy putting a candle out when it starts getting nippy in the morning. I'll light a candle in the morning. And so I picked that big candle up so I could have it in the beginning of the fall. And then I liked the way it covered, you know, it had the cloche and it covered up. And that's a good way to put it out when you want it to stop burning. You just cover it up and then it'll go out. I did look at the blankets and things. I looked at all the fall pillows. I think I'm going to just use what I had last year. I'm going to put those out. So sometime I'll get those and start cleaning those up and getting them ready to put out again. And I'm not buying a lot. I think I have a really pretty yellow throw. I usually use a quilted throw or a quilt here on the back of the couch, but I think I'm just going to put out that pretty yellow throw and probably use a lot of yellows in my fall decorating this year. I never really got to decorate for summer. I had quite a few summer ideas, but it's not been that kind of a summer. I've had a lot of things to catch up on. I felt like I've been behind all year. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but I give myself certain tasks to get done, and there's been a few things that have kept me from staying on task and getting them done this year. So I felt like I've been behind all year. Of course, I'm not behind. I mean, you know, I can make my own schedule and I can give myself grace when I need to, but there's certain things I like to have done by certain times. I did not summer decorate this year. Normally I decorate the porch and I decorate just a few areas for summer. I did not get that done. We did not decorate on Flag Day. We didn't put our flags out like we normally do. It was just one of those years where we just didn't get all that done. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to decorate for fall and decorate for Christmas. And then after that, winter decorating. You know, just outside there on our little stoop. We don't even really have a porch. We just have a little stoop with a few steps. But it looks good to go ahead and decorate that for the holidays. It brings cheer and is it's always fun to walk up to the house after I've decorated like that. So I hope to get all that done. And when my little grandbabies come, I like to have things decorated because they always notice it. They always say, "Oh, Grammy, you've got your flowers out, you've got your snowman out," or whatever, and they really enjoy Grammy decorating. So I try to get it done. But there are sometimes, I don't get as much done as usual. The garden needed a lot of maintenance this year. We didn't have a lot of rain in the beginning. We had drought conditions, so I had to do a lot of watering of the gardens, the front flower gardens and the back veggie garden. So I put more time into things like that than I did others this year. Well, we finally started getting a pattern of rain. We even got over 2 inches of rain in the last few days. It's rained. It really rained Monday. It was downpours off and on all day on Monday. So we had a lot of rain on Monday. So we're starting to catch up. We're starting to catch up in the rain period here late in the summer with our gardens. It's been a little bit challenging. There are some things that are blooming earlier and not staying as bloomed out as long because of the weather, and that's okay. You have years like that, and so you just move on and do the best you can each year with whatever weather you're given, right? So that's what I have been doing. Let's go check on our tea. Well, our water's boiled. I've got my tea bag in here, and I'll show you my teacup. I've got friends that like to see what teacup I'm drinking out of, so I'll share that with you. This is a Nantucket Home porcelain made in China, dishwasher safe. Well, I don't have a dishwasher, but this is the cup that I'm drinking out of today. And of course, I love this cup because it's got a Queen Anne's lace on it. That's a Queen Anne's lace silhouette in gold. And that's why I enjoy that cup. I'll go ahead and get the honey on out and put it in the cup. Not too much honey, and try not to have too many sweets. Now I'm going to let this steep for about 4 minutes, and then we're going to enjoy a nice cup of tea. I have a wireless mic. I'm trying it out today. I hope it sounds good. I'm trying to get a better sound quality for you. And my throat's still a little bit sore. Even after all the teas and everything that I've drank, I have a sore on the back of this tonsil. So whatever sore throat this was a doozy. But I'm getting much better. I feel better and everything. Now it's just to get my throat to heal up. So I'm drinking a lot of herbal teas, a lot of goldenrod tea, and echinacea. I'll have echinacea probably around lunchtime today to help that to heal up. I don't think it was severe enough for me to go to the doctor, but if this does not heal up soon, I will have to seek professional medical advice for my throat to make sure there's nothing going on in here that I need to worry about. That's just good sound advice to do. Yeah, I've got several video ideas and several videos planned that I did not get to do this week. But that's okay. I've got the coming weeks ahead, right? I can share it with you. I'm glad that you're here. If you come to my channel, if you watch my channel, you know how much I value my viewers. It's all about you. I enjoy the comments, and I wanted to thank you for some of the sweetest comments that I've gotten lately. They are real encouragement when you're pressing on in YouTube. Those comments mean a lot. So I really appreciate that, and thank you for those. I wanted to show you my outfit for the day because it seems like there are people that enjoy to see what you're wearing that day. I've just got these leggings that are kind of like a camouflage flowers, and I've got this just green shirt that matches it, so it's very casual. I'm around the house most of the time, and so I just dress casually There's no sense in me dressing up to do the kind of work that I do here with the gardens, the little micro farm we've got out back, and playing with the grandkids. So I don't, there's nothing special about my outfit today, but I know there are a few out there that enjoy seeing what I have on and seeing my coffee cup. So I thought I would make a little bit of extra effort to show you my outfit and my coffee cup each time that I film. That way you'll be able to see something that you're interested in and that you enjoy. I think it's funny, I do a lot of research and I try to share a lot of things, but it's always, some of the times, it's the simplest things that people are interested in. Let's see if we can get a drink of our tea. It's delicious, but it's hot. Now, I have not been cooking a lot of heavy meals. I've not been cooking a lot because if you watch my channel, then you know I do not like to heat up this house. This house is a split foyer, and we have sometimes it's just easier for me to show you. Now, when you come in our house, you're presented with two stairways. You've got one that goes down, that's right here, and that would go downstairs, and then you have one that comes up. So, and Cookie's, he wants to talk this morning. What are you telling us about, Cookie? No what? But the stairwell, because you come in the door and you come up and then you're in the living room and you're in the living part of the house, it causes this upper part of our living room and our kitchen area to be really, really hot. Because, heat rises. So when heat rises, this house is harder to cool than it is to heat. This house is easier to heat in the wintertime than it is to keep cool in the summer. So you can imagine a 98-degree day out here that probably has a heat index of 107 to 110, how hot this house can heat up, how much this house can heat up in just a little bit of time. So I don't really cook. I don't turn that oven on during the day. I don't cook anything that's going to heat this house up, just out of common sense. I don't want to be in here cooling a house that I'm heating up. So I try to fix something light for the kids. We'll have sandwiches, things we can heat up in the microwave or the air fryer that does not heat the kitchen up quite as bit. And of course, now when Donald's home, he cooks out a lot. We can cook our meat and things outside, so it's nowhere near the dilemma it is like during the day trying to get food, trying to fix something light. And if I do cook, I try to cook at night when it's not as hot, and I can go ahead and cook some things and put them in the refrigerator and then just pull them out and heat them up for the family. That's what I've been doing. So I hadn't had a lot of recipes to share because I haven't been cooking a lot, and the things that we've been making have been really, really simple. I'm going to have to open this blind for him because he wants to look out the window. And if I don't open the blind, look, you can see he's already chewed it right here. He will just attack this blind. So I'm going to open it up for him so he can go ahead and look out and watch the birds eat the elderberries. If that's what he's trying to see. Look at those beautiful crepe myrtles. They're blooming beautifully, aren't they? I check the garden out here from the windows sometimes. I'm able to just look out and see how things are doing. Check and see if I have to run out there and water anything. The passion flowers are doing great. There will be a lot of passion fruits, and I'll be able to make jelly for you. I'll be able to make another jelly making video from the passion fruits soon. That's probably going to come around the end of August, maybe the first week in September is usually when those passion fruits ripen. So I look forward to doing that, sharing some recipes with you in the future. But I was talking about just making light and easy things, and for the kids for lunch and everything. I'm not doing a lot of cooking because it's just counterproductive to heat this house up and then try to cool it off continually. But if I do cook, I try to cook at night. I have never got that pound cake made. I have been wanting to make a pound cake and some cookies, something that I can eat that's not overloaded with a lot of preservatives and things that I don't need. So hopefully that'll be, I can film that one night and then share it with you the next day. But I've been wanting a lemon pound cake for some reason. I love lemon. I love lemon dishes, lemon pies, lemonade, just lemon recipes. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that pound cake and make a lemon pound cake. I think the last video I did on my pound cake stuck to the pan. But I think it was because I was trying to get it out too soon so that I could share it with you. Hopefully our pound cake will not stick to the pan this time. But it didn't matter because that thing tasted just as good. That pound cake was just as good as if, it hadn't stuck. So it didn't hurt it a bit. We ate that pound cake. And then I want some kind of cookies. Around Christmas, I cook a lot of cookies anyway. So I'll just need to be warming up here and make us a couple of cookies. I don't buy much of anything like that from the grocery store. If I have a sweet treat, we try to make it from scratch. It seems like you don't eat them as fast because it takes a long time to make them. Donald has been wanting me to make fried apple pies, and he has bought a deep fryer and a little pastry thing that he thinks it will make it easier for me to make fried apple pies. I cannot make fried apple pies a lot because they're so delicious we would eat them and it would be way too much sugar. So I limit how often I make those things so that we're not eating a lot of sugar. I have a really long list of video ideas that I'll be sharing with you as soon, as when I can get them filmed. And I have quite a few ideas, and I'm just wanting to share some things with you that are simple, and maybe you have ideas you can add in the comments. But time and things here have kept me from getting as much done. I usually do not like to hear people explain or tell about the video making process. I just want to be a viewer, and I don't really care about all that. But I've been averaging getting out like one video a week, and I usually put out 3 videos a week. But you can only do what you can do, and your schedule kind of changes week from week when you're in this job, when you're filming at home, and there are things that are going on in your life, and you have to just handle them as they come. I wanted to share so much more of our me going to work with Donald on a work day. He was working down towards the beach, Myrtle Beach, and he had, just going down there are little fruit stands and little ice cream shops, and there's one little ice cream shop. It's shaped like a big berry, and the people that own it, their last name is Berry, and it's in the shape of a big strawberry. Well, I wanted to film that and show that to you, but there was a lot of people there, and they had the music loud, because you eat your ice cream outside. And so it wasn't, it just wasn't a right time to video. So I didn't bring out the camera. I did sit in a big chair, and I'll show you a few clips of that. That was fun, just to be silly. I tried to get Donald to stick his head through that big strawberry. It's a big cut out strawberry, and he said, "I'm not doing it." So I couldn't get him to. He didn't want to participate in the outside activities there with me. He was driving. He was in, had left work, so he wasn't in the mood to play around like that. But we did enjoy our delicious ice cream. I got butter pecan, and he got pistachio and Reese's cup. ice cream. That's, we got the 3-scoop special for $7, and it was homemade ice cream, and it was really worth it. It's so good. Oh, I didn't show you the pickles. We got a couple of pickles. Now, pickles are not something that we buy a lot of. I usually make all of our pickles, and they had a lot of the pickles that I make there. They had the green tomato pickles, and they had the bread and butter, and the okra pickles. Well, we asked for a sample of this because, there's a lot of bread and butter pickle recipes that are different, and so we just wanted to see if this one was good or not. And so we asked for a sample. Donald tasted them, and he did like them. Now, they were $11.99 a quart. Can you believe it? That's quite expensive for pickles. That's the reason we don't usually buy them, and we usually make our own. But we wanted to try something different, and it was a special day, so we picked those up. And here are okra pickles. Now, I make okra pickles myself, and I love okra pickles, but I did not grow okra this year because I didn't feel like I had room for it in the garden. And I'm really the only one that eats it. Can you believe that? But here are okra pickles, and I make a good okra pickle myself. And I probably have a few okra pickles downstairs on the shelf. But I wanted to taste these and see what they tasted like. I wanted to taste a different okra pickle. Now, I like pickled okra. I like okra any way it comes. Pickled, fried, in soups and stews. I love it, and it's so good for you. Okra is a great vegetable, and it's very, very good for you. But I bought these just because I wanted to taste a different kind of okra pickle. But it really tastes a lot like mine. It really does. So I wasn't getting anything very different. And they sold these pickles, and they can things like this. They sell that at that little berry stand. I wanted to see what the ingredients were in these pickles. I'm sure there's something in these store-bought pickles that I would not add in my. That's the nutritional facts. And here's the ingredients. So it's okra, water, vinegar, salt, natural spices and flavors, crushed red pepper, and turmeric. So, hey, not really that much of a difference. There is a little bit of cayenne pepper, and it says hot on here, but I didn't think they were hot at all. And then Donald's bread and butters, they have cucumbers, vinegar, sugar, onion, water, spices, dehydrated onion, salt, citric acid, calcium chloride, potassium aluminum sulfate, polysorbate 80, propylene glycol 76, palm oil, and paprika. And it says refrigerate after opening. Now, I don't think that that's a better alternative to homemade. I think the only thing this would save you would be time. It certainly wouldn't save you any money. And there's a few things in here that we would not put in our homemade bread and butters. But, we're not going to be buying these a lot. This was just a taste test thing. He tasted the sample and liked them, so he went ahead and got these. It's not going to save you any money, but it'll save you time. So I guess I'll have 2 little okra pickles for breakfast this morning with my cup of English breakfast tea. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today on this Wednesday, the last day of July for this year. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad that you came by. I'm always glad to see you. And like always, until next time. Here are the leggings. They didn't show up earlier. They would rather keep this for the show because it seems like the family